Alright, my topic is why college should be free. The topic I'm writing about is why college should be free. I'm looking at other countries that offer free college tuition and seeing why they choose to do this. I will also be looking at some of the programs that offer tuition free for select universities in the US. What I really want people to know about is how different people look at education and how people are affected by these choices. Some questions that will come up are why countries are doing this and why the US is so reluctant to do the same. In my paper, I will discuss why these countries offer free tuition, or at least a very affordable method of going to a university. I looked at 7 countries that offer these programs and how states such as California are slowly adapting this new method. My thesis. Different countries around the world are working hard at finding new ways to help everyone earn a degree, including making colleges free, or in some cases, they just have to pay a very small fee. While places like the US are still unsure about making college completely free, state governments like California are looking at new financial aid packages to help students. Brief summary. When thinking about making college more affordable, people tend to have a lot of questions as to why some countries choose to fund universities. In France, if your parents are unemployed, then you can go to school for free, but your school can't be more than $14,000 a year. This financial aid package is only available for citizens of the European Union. In Sweden, the only way to go to school for free is if you're taking any PhD programs. For all these countries, there's a catch to all the benefits. As Germany said, internationally well-ranked public universities, some of which receive special funding because the government deems them excellent institutions. Since the cost of living in other countries is lower than the US and they have lower tuition costs, university like Stanford has made tuition free for families earning less than $125,000 a year. And it's still very competitive to get into Stanford. In 2015, Obama announced his goal of making community college free for all Americans, but the states get to decide how to handle it, and so far only California is the only state to act on it. In 2016, California had at least 20 programs offering support for incoming community college students. While a lot of people are worried about having to pay higher taxes to pay for free college, they don't have to worry about that. The costs have been met with a mix of government grants and support from businesses, charities, and colleges themselves. It's likely that more states will slowly start offering more ways to help make college more affordable to compete with other universities in other countries. While providing benefits such as making tuition more affordable or free, this allows a lot more people to have an opportunity to go to college, especially if they are struggling financially or if they have never thought this could be an option for them. 7 countries that offer benefits. Germany. Americans are able to earn a college degree without speaking German, and they don't have to worry about paying tuition fees. Germany really wants foreign students to attend their universities because their country really needs more skilled workers. They're looking more towards people getting a science degree. Finland, they do not charge tuition, and a lot of their classes are offered in English. Finland will finance your education, but not your afternoon coffee break. So they're only paying for your education and nothing else. France. 1 out of every 3 French doctoral degrees is awarded to a foreign student. And when you attend a public university, they only charge a small fee of about 750 euros a semester for most programs. But if your parents are unemployed, then you are able to study for free. But they will only cover about $14,000 a year. Tuition exemptions and financial aid for students in need are applicable for students coming from lesser developed countries. Sweden is among the world's wealthiest countries, but until recently they stopped offering tuition free. They only offer tuition free programs for PhD programs, but they do have more than 900 programs offered in 35 universities that are taught in English. Universities do not charge tuition fees for international students. Their class sizes are small, about the size of community colleges, and many of the universities offer programs taught in English, although Norway has one of the highest cost of living expenses. But a majority of the people in the country do speak English, so it wouldn't be hard to communicate with everybody. About 150 programs are available in English. Foreign students only pay an insignificant fee for enrollment, and students don't have to pay for tuition. And the cost of living is cheaper than the US, so that's a plus. And then finally, Brazil, which is best suited for exchange students looking for a cultural experience rather than a degree. Their universities aren't ranked very well, so they suggest only go there for the experience and not the education. Most of the classes are carried out in Portuguese, so it's best if you know the language, but they also only charge registration fees and not tuition. Also, the cost of living is cheaper than the US. Universities in the US offer benefits. This includes Stanford, which allows you to go to school tuition-free if your family earns less than $125,000 per year. No other university offers anything like this. Stanford is also trying to compete with universities outside the US to keep everybody from leaving, and it's still very hard to get into Stanford even if you do come from a poorer area. California. At least 20 programs are offering support to incoming community college students. The program was created to provide a free semester of community college to high school students that meet academic goals. And more of these programs have been introduced into other counties. The costs have been covered with a mix of government grants and support from businesses, charities, and colleges themselves. The program has become a game changer in the city where a third of its children under the age of 17 live in poverty. And finally, when deciding what to do next can be very difficult for many young students. In today's society, it's very hard to find a job that doesn't require a college education, but many students are not able to continue on. In other countries, they want to help get as many people to continue, so they will waive the cost of tuition and make it either free or a very small amount. Stanford and California are the only places in America that offer programs close to what you can find in these countries. Parents want the best for their education, and that's never more evident than when it's time for their kids to head off to college. More schools in America should start offering better financial aid packages to decrease the amount of student loans students will have to take out. With students stressing more and more about how they're going to pay for their classes rather than studying, more and more places should want to help them and make college free and more affordable. And that concludes my topic.